Hello YouTube, I am on Reviews One, Tom, and I haven't had a video up in a while, so here's another one. This is a review of Reveal the Shield Jazz. He's quite a cool looking sports car. Obviously he's in his Generation 1 colours, as he should be. Blues, reds, white, if you hadn't guessed. Number 4, I think he had that in his Generation 1, I'm not too sure. I didn't pay much attention to Jazz, sadly. He has his Reveal the Shield logo up there. Doesn't work too well, sadly. It doesn't come up too well. But never mind. That ends up on his back anyway, so yeah, sports car. I like the paint over here. I like it. I would like it, but there isn't any paint, so I can't like it. I mean, not even painted in window. I can understand why it's not translucent, definitely, because underneath there is just plastic tucked in. But they should have painted it. But anyway, by the shape of the back and sort of that view of it, it looks like it's kind of based off of a Nissan 350Z. The front just actually looks a lot like Bumblebee's front. I have him too. He'll probably be soon. I really like him. I got him not too long ago actually. But yeah, I really like. Sadly, grill's not painted, but it looks alright. It doesn't look too bad. My light is really bad, and it's not showing it up too well. Sorry. Yeah, it's not painted, but it's fine. I like these little lights down here to break the white up a bit, and the red. I hadn't really noticed that before, but it looks really good. Yeah, just all around, I like this. The rims aren't painted, but I think they look good with black, as again they take away from the massive white plastic. And also the blue is really good blue. For this also, you do sort of have a gimmick. Number 1, underneath, I really like it. You can tell that it's going to be a robot, but you have to look a bit like that. That is the head. But you can actually open the doors, which you can also break it. But that view looks really good like this. That looks right. These do sort of fold up to be seats, but you know, there's nothing else in there. And also on the doors you have his whole Generations Reveal the Shield gimmick weapons, and they're really bad. So yeah, now I go from this to robot mode. Yeah, we'll just get started. So you want to open up the doors first. They sort of click, or they've got a friction joint, but it's really strong, at least on mine. And for this, to make sure you don't break the tabs, pull up a bit and then out. It helps to. So as you're putting it in, don't try and force it in. I'd say lift this like that a bit, plug it in, and then put it down. It seems to help a bit. So yeah, I'll get that. You just want to pull it out, sort of straighten it. You want to separate them. You want to pull that and the heel out. That's obviously going to be the foot. And then this is odd. You want to take it. Get that leg out of the way. And sort of rotate this black part around as far as it will go, and then just flatten the foot. Have one leg. So it's a bit hard to explain. You get the foot out, and you hold this white bit in place, and you just move the black part back, and that sorts the leg out. I like to get this joint here and push it up like that. I think it gives him a better looking stance, as if he's ready to run. Now you want to, oh yeah, take the gun out. It's just in the front here. Just pull that out off to the side. Pull these out, and then pull outwards. And you're left with that. I'd leave them all the way out like that. Then you want to pull this whole section down, and while doing so, this actually reveals the head. It doesn't click in, it's really loose. If I hold that and it doesn't get any stronger. Now this, I'll raise it up a bit. You just want to twist the arms so you can pull them down. Just straighten him up. Just get his hands in position. There we have Jazz. He's really cool. Just put him to the side. He does come with a little gun. What I like about this is how you have to have it to store it. And this, in itself, looks like a pretty cool handgun. I think that looks really cool. But you can also take the top of it, pull it up, and pull the whole thing forward to make it longer. I like both, I can't decide. I leave it like that because that's how it's meant to be, but I really like that. I'm not sure. I can't decide. I'll leave it how it's meant to be transformed. But yeah, he has quite a bit of articulation in this, so you can get him into some decent poses. He's got ball joints up here, swivel. He has two points of articulation at the knee, and you can move the foot around, but I wouldn't because it clicks and it's a bit scary. So yeah, I really like this as a display. For playing with, some of the joints are really tight. The hip joints and the shoulder joints are really tight. Especially the hip ones are really tight. And also this joint here, if I hold that and I do that, is really loose. So yeah, also for the paint, obviously you still got the white, but there's a lot more black in him now. I like this grey down here of the sort of the ridged detailing. The arms are quite cool. I'm not sure if it's just mine, but there's some chipping. I don't think that's meant to be how it is. You can see underneath the arms. It's not coming up too well, but there's some chipping. I don't think that's how it's meant to be. So yeah, he looks really good. He looks like Jazz. Bad things. The gimmick. Basically, he has these guns that fold around, which I actually think the way that the port's kind of cool. But the speakers, really, I don't have any of the cool gun ones, but if I take those off, basically the clips are back here and they fold around. So if you had two like mini guns or something, that'd be really cool because you could hide them and then have them flip around. So I like that. I don't like these. They also, I think, distract from the car mode because you can't see through the windows. Light piping. The light piping itself is good. because the plastic is so dark, it doesn't work that well, but the dark plastic gives him a better eyes. There are hollowed out bits, especially on the legs, and this ends up hollow because of how it transforms, and they're hollow because Hasbro are cheap. I will say, there aren't many screws. There's a few on the back, but and on there, but especially on the front, on the sides, there aren't any. Which is really well done to Hasbro or Takara, whoever designed this. I will say the chest is also pretty filled out, although really the thing is quite hollow, seeing as the whole of this inside here is hollow. I do like how the head pulls up this little white bit that helps fit it in, especially looking from the front. But again, because of the gimmick, they could have made that so you pull that down, or even just it clicks in better, would be better. Yeah, I really like this. It fits in really well with all of the generations, Review of the Shield Classics and Generation Universe. I have him on my, I call it my Classics shelf. It's got tons of stuff on it that all sort of fit. I can't speak today. That all sort of fit into that sort of remake of the original characters. Yeah, also, another thing I do like about him, his back is completely filled in. Yes, it is sort of kibble, it's stuff that they couldn't use, but I do like how that does become his back. And they do move it so it's down there, so it just fills in his back a bit. I like that. Makes him more of a complete robot. And he stands up really well because of the massive feet. It's doing another 12 minutes out of this. But yes, thank you for watching. I will have another review up soon, and I do have a G2 Terradive coming, which I will be reviewing. I really liked Terradive. So, yes, thank you for watching. This is Jazz. Buy him, he's really cheap. I got him 12 quid in Asda. Yeah, buy him.